Ahoy there, I'm Tiny Pirate and welcome back to Life is Feudal Forest Village. We're in the town of Kofifi, running some mods. Mostly those are described in the description below. There aren't that many out for Forest Village yet, but I really hope we'll see a few. So since the last episode, I've just done a couple of minor things. Spring has come, so we worked through the rest of winter, producing quite a few warm clothes. We've got 10 spare, so I'm really pleased about that, because all those clothes are going to do a fantastic job for our people and stop them from dying and getting sick. I also put down an ore mine, because basic ore is quite helpful for your people, and I want to see them do well. Other news, we've got some farming going on here. Just going to take control of this guy. Dude, off you go. I'll let you carry on now. Carry on, chap. We have over here, I've put down a gatherer's hut, which is being built as we speak, quite slowly, just by one builder, but that's okay. I'm not too fussed about that going up slowly. It's just going to be kind of an emergency dump for if we see food stocks get a bit low. If we get a bit worried about food stocks, it's another place to put people into gathering food, and it's quite, I don't know, it's not super effective, but it does okay. So that's going to be quite helpful for us potentially. The next building I really want to start thinking about is probably a carpenter's, and I probably want to put it sort of around here because it'll be close to these storage facilities, and that's always pretty helpful. From memory, the carpenter's takes a reasonable amount of stuff. Yeah, there's a bit of wood there and a reasonable amount of ore. Not too bad, but more than I have right now. So it could be a good idea for us just to start selectively taking down some of the biggest trees in the forest, if I can find them. You look pretty massive, so we'll have you come down as well. Eventually I could set up like a forester to spend their time wandering around, I don't know, planting and growing and what have you. But for now I think that is probably going to be enough. The other thing I could do is, so Rihanna's actually doing a job. I could find a child and get them to do all the work. That does seem, I don't know, just a touch pointless perhaps. I mean, it's very busy work. You could definitely do well with that strategy. Keep everyone from dying, I suspect. So I've taken control of a villager just to see what'll happen if we put down, I don't know, some trees off to one side. How quickly are they going to grow? How closely can we put them together? We'll just get a... Come on. Is it too close? Trees everywhere. Tree. Oh, gosh. They just don't want to. They don't want to plant. Everything's too built up. Well, the gatherer's hut has been complete, which is great. Or is it? I think it's very nearly complete. Yep, that's complete. Last final saw there. I'm going to take my builders off doing any building. I'm going to put one of them on gathering, just for the extra variety of food. You might see a bit of fruit come in and a bit of other, probably more vegetables, and that'll add to the variety of the diet, which keeps them all a bit healthier. Meanwhile, I have a bunch of trees that really need to be dropped because I need the wood, and especially because we're going to need that for the winter firewood, and I want to have a little bit of a buffer before I put in the carpenter's lodge, which I think we just about can. If I find my resourcey building thing. Yeah, so we definitely can. Do I want to do that now? I don't know. It doesn't seem such a silly idea. I'm sort of pondering. I might leave this space here for a baker's because bakers need water. Could put the carpenter's lodge over here sort of somewhere. I think I will do it. It just isn't going to be a massive priority, so one person can go do that, I reckon. One of the builders, that'll take him a fair bit of time, and hopefully the rest of them are gathering wood and clearing a bit of the ground around here. Because I think fairly soon, maybe not this season, probably next season, I want to see about some kind of orchard. Maybe one that goes all the way over to there. That's maybe a little extreme, but it's only one person to build an orchard that big. If I make it a little bit bigger, it's a 2-person orchard. That's massive. 3, 2. That would probably be okay, and it would produce a ton of food. So that could be quite a good idea. Give us more room to put in housing along the sides here, which would be excellent, and allow our people to be a bit closer to their workplace. The carpenter's hut is coming up actually pretty quickly. I guess being very close to all the resources has helped. Come on, autosave. Stop it. So we got one builder there just finishing off this construction, almost done. We'll give this guy, he can blow the horn. Ba-ba! Give that builder a little extra energy, a little bit of excitement in his day. And there we go. So what you can see is we can make primitive tools, which, I actually don't mind doing right now. A few primitive tools is probably not a silly idea. And I want to have a maximum on those of about, I think 10 is plenty for now. Yep, it's stuck. So now we should see people coming in and out, well, the carpenter eventually, and making basic tools for us. And people picking them up and carrying them off. Oh, there's a building on fire. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I paused. Oh, it's all the way over here. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. I caught a lightning strike right in the middle of striking. Can I get a good view at that? That is pretty phenomenal, I must admit. That looks awesome. Wow. Very cool. Thor himself has come down to strike us. So, where is the fire? Fire. There it is. Oh, that's going to be a pain. That is a long way away. So it needs 9 buckets of water. So let me get the interface back up. 3 people are already free. We'll take these people off their job, and the gatherer off, and the hunter off. So that's 7 people. That should be enough to get that task done in time. So people are going to come over and start throwing water. Oh gosh, slow down weather. On 10 times speed it's just constant lightning crashes. Okay, well we'll just have to wait. Come on people, get in there. There's a bear, that's having a good time. Anyone else want to give it a go? No? You're just gonna ignore that burning pyre over here? Oh, come on. It looks like I'm going to have to do it myself. So I've got a peasant, and we're running over here to add some... Can I interact? Oh, there we go. Run! I got to run back again now. Because it looks like our own people are just ignoring it. It's too far away and they haven't noticed. There we go. Add the horn and speed things up. Come over here, come over here. What about you, young man? Why don't you come and join me? We're going to run out of time. We need to keep our fantastic little hut there going. It seems a shame just to have it burned to the ground. It does look quite cool in the night though, with a bear standing next to it. Bugger off, bear. I think I'm just gonna stab you. Yeah, just out of anger because I think you started it. Run! You're just chopping down trees. Could you actually come and help with this fire? Useless peasants. I don't want to do it all myself. Run. Dawn comes and everyone ignores the fire. That's fine. I'll do it myself. That's fine. You guys just carry on with your other jobs. I'm sure there's nothing more important than the fact that we've got a building burning down here. Don't worry about me, alright? Come on. Get out of the way, pig. What? It's still going? I feel cheated. I think this is going to be it. I think this is our last barrel. Come on. Last bucket of water. And, oh gosh, the fire is out. But look, we need a lot of repair now. Oh my goodness, someone's going to have to do a bunch of repair work. Is it working? I think it's working again. Oh, phew. Well, that was a real pain in the neck. And I can see that it looks like we're harvesting potatoes. Fantastic. Let me just speed things up a little bit. And that will be brilliant because it's summer and I'm hoping we can maybe get another crop in. So, fire the horn, do the harvesting even faster than normal. And why are there so many sheep hanging around? I'll never know. I could probably consider putting in the orchard now. Like it's not that they will be able to do much with it. We don't have any other particularly high priority tasks at present. So I feel okay doing that. So 2, I think 26 by 18 is going to be plenty. And that's quite a bit of building to be done, and we'll put a couple of people on that. So there should be a good orchard, and the fruit harvest should be pretty bountiful. I'm tempted to put another well over here so that I can put in a further 10 by 20 field here, and they'll have access to a well, and they'll see the scarecrow and stuff. This scarecrow, well, I'll have to put up another one sort of in this side, I suspect. Make sure we cover everything well and neatly. The orchard is now complete, and I quite like the amount of trees there. I think that's going to be fantastic for us. So I want to add those apples in now, and our builders can hop off that job. What? It's a 3? Really? It's a 3-person job? Did I mess that up? Oh, that's kind of annoying. I think I can probably get away with 2. You usually seem to be able to with orchards. So I could, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it on 2 for now. And hopefully they'll just get the seedlings in, and they will do okay for this season. We'll see. I haven't actually planted in autumn before, so I don't know what it's going to do for the orchard. Guess we'll find out. It's late fall, so it's definitely time to start harvesting these fields as fast as humanly possible. I may have left things slightly too late. I'm not sure yet. So these fields are now too frosty to work in, but all the trees are planted. So I'm pretty happy with that. Or they're getting cold anyway. They're not quite too frosty to work in just yet. I'm not sure how much flax they're going to be able to harvest. They pretty much got the entire field grown, which was a great result this year. So I think the weather's been very much in their favor, and now it's definitely harvest time. And one thing I wish is that you could have more people join the harvest. It seems kind of nonsensical that you know, no one else would bother to join in, but that's how it works. So what can you do? Meanwhile, we have actually grown a ton of stone and ore, so it's probably getting towards a sensible time to think about a winter construction, and a ton of wood, a winter construction of a school. I'm sort of pondering where to put it. I definitely want right here for the bakery. That's just how that's going to have to be. So could I fit a school in here? I might need to terraform, but I'd rather not. I want to see what a bakery is gonna sort of sit on the fields like. Yeah, I mean, a bakery gets pretty massive, so the people are over here. I mean, I could just put it right in this vicinity, which I think would probably make sense. Wedge it between the houses it's going to serve. Yeah, I mean, something like that would probably be okay. Just put a gap in it. I might put that down now. Yeah, I'm going to put it down now. I don't have to put any builders on it. But at least I've laid it out, so I know it's going to be there. And it's in a good spot. Meanwhile, we're gathering hay, or slowly, and there is a ton of this stuff coming in, which is great. As for our fruit trees, they're being weeded and looked after, so I think that is good. The apple trees are going to be very good in the coming year, I suspect. Though I can't remember if it takes a couple of seasons for them to really pick up. And it looks like we do actually have some construction started, and that's because we have spare people who are going to start moving resources over, I suppose, ready for the builders to join in. Well, winter is here, and so what we got is what we got. So we got a reasonable amount of flax, and really not much grass at all. So it's time to drop the farmers out of their trade, as well as the orchardists, and put one back into hunting. Fishing is fine. The fishing fields will actually deplete, and there's not really an easy way to tell, which is a bit of a shame. I wish you could have some feeling. I think that's just telling me the number of fish that are currently sort of being carried, but I will eventually have to set up another fishing sort of shed, and I suspect I'll probably do it over here once I grow a little bit around this corner, and that's going to be important, or we will run out of fish to feed our people. As it stands, at the end of year 3, I'm pretty happy with where things are at. I'm going to put one person on lumberjacking to keep the 400 limit going. And we've got an absolute bucket load of food. Not a great deal of variety right now, but that's okay. I think we might solve that in a year or two. Possibly with another field that's going to be probably oats for the chickens. We'll alternate it between oats and other things. And that will allow us to put down some chicken coops, which I sort of want to do around the corner here a bit. Or possibly all the way over sort of behind a baker's. You got to watch out for wild animals. They will come through your fields and what have you and eat your chickens, which will drive you quite batty. So winter is still freezing everything very horribly, but at least we have a school coming up. We don't really have any kids, so I think we will try and immediately get another house up. And that house will produce children, because people move into houses and then they start making babies. And we'll have a school for education, which will be good. Now, if I add a person to it... Oh, there are actually 3 children still. Oh, that's good. I think that's probably a worthwhile investment of our time, because the smart people, they work faster. And the next thing is to put in a large house. I'm tempted to go for a hostel. I don't know if I want a hostel. I think just a normal house. Hostels tend to take more people, but they're less productive. And look, it's massive. So that's a house. Hostel. Really? I don't know. That is massive. We cannot afford that. As for a normal house, we can afford that. So let's look where we can plop it down. We have got a road there, so that is okay. We'll turn it round. They're working on a path I just put down. So we can't go all the way over there. I like that we can wiggle it a little bit here. We'll give them a little bit of... There we go. Great. That's the next job for them. Get another house down so we can have more babies and have our teacher very busy educating. And look at that, a new house is up. Very nice. They're loading it up with fish and vegetables and meat to make stew. And it looks like they've already... have they got oh no, babies? No, just expecting a baby. Oh, very good. Very fine. I have another little job to do, and that is really to prepare us for what must come. And that is to produce a furnace. Some of these names, to be honest, are not very helpful. So a furnace from memory just makes charcoal. And I'm going to slide it in it can be quite small. I'm going to plop that there. And so we should have a couple of builders come over and do that. I also need I think a kiln. But I don't know. I'll put it down. It's not very expensive. And I'll remind myself what that does in due course. So they're going to be quite handy just plopped straight there. And they're very close to our storage facilities. So our warehouse here for the raw goods and our barn here for the sort of processed goods and food. And yep, we're back up to 20 tools. And it looks like late winter is here, so we're almost close for spring. So here we go. This makes cast iron with ore and charcoal. And from memory, the kiln... the kiln makes charcoal. I don't know. That's just... It's a bit weird. It's not what it should be called, right? So... turns firewood into charcoal, and it's going to go away and do that. That'll prepare us for a blacksmith, which will eventually allow us to make these high quality tools again. So we'll get to that in due course, but first of all, we need winter to finish. I've had a little bit of change of heart about growing this way, because when I looked over here, I realized I had a lot more kind of accessible space rather than this kind of jangly, craggy sort of coastline. What I'm going to do instead is put in a forester's hut, and I think I'm going to plop it about here, and that guy is going to sort of harvest wood for us and give us a steady trickle, and it's relatively close to the roads and what have you there, so that's going to be very helpful for us. Meanwhile, it is early spring, it is just thawed, so it is time to reapportion everything. I'm going to take people off all of our resource gathering in mines and kiln work, carpentry. School can stay busy. I think we'll take the lumberjack off and the seamstress off, and we are going to put them into our fields. So we have 3 for them, 4 for the fields, and I need to make sure I reset them to the right thing. So again, potatoes. We have a good supply, but you got to be careful. You can't let a field go fallow or anything. or life will get really miserable for you. And I actually think it's probably a good idea to put in... where are you? No, another field here, just because what I want to do... 10 by 20, is that right? I want it to look neat. What I want to do is I'm going to use one of these fields to perhaps produce faster growing stuff. And how much would it be for one? A 10 by 10? One person? No, I think I'll go the full 10 by 20. Yes, I've got that right. Good. And I will need to put probably a well over here somewhere. Will be good once we get that complete. So the farmers are busy. The orchardists are busy. I've got a few people left over. Oh, here comes the extremely loud storms. It will also be a good idea, I think, to upgrade these existing houses. So you can upgrade these houses here, but I don't want to do so until everything is ready and built that I have ordered to be built. Otherwise, they get left building too long, and people hang around, and they don't, they don't survive well if they turfed out of their house in the middle of a construction for a long period of time. Okay, Forester's Lodge is complete. That's great, because I can put someone on the forestry right away. And we have... how many people in school right now? None? We've got 3 babies. Oh, I need to drop the teacher out there, and the teacher can go do something else instead of just standing around doing nothing. Ah, here we go. This field actually got done pretty quick. So... what's going to be good? I suspect oats are going to be handy. And we can easily afford the people to do that. So... get cracking, minions. Not too far away from water. In fact, that well might be slightly closer for them, which is great. So this field, because it's further away from a well, they'll probably be a little less productive in this field, because they'll have to go further and tend it less to keep the water supplies up. Anyway, spring of year 4, it's probably a good space to sort of stop. I find I can go on forever with this game. It's just got a nice one more turn kind of quality. But I don't want to make the video 40 minutes long. That's getting a bit ridiculous. I'm pretty confident that we've got ourselves a really nice little village here. I think it's looking nice for starters, and the sustainability of the food and what have you is definitely there. Gonna want to move the fishing lodge, I think. I want to set up another one over here fairly promptly. But that one will do for now. Meanwhile, tons of food coming in. And pretty soon we'll have oats, which are going to be very helpful for our chickens, which I think we'll get in the next episode. So until then, I've been Tiny Pirate. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Life as Feudal Forest Village. And I hope to catch you again in the next episode. Good night.